Every Fallout fan knows the classic saying,
War. War never changes.
well, today we're proving it wrong. I'm here to change warfare in the Wasteland by beating the original Fallout game without killing anybody. Be it animal, mutant, human, whatever, I will not be fighting a single living creature. Now, you might be wondering, how does one even survive in the Wasteland without fighting back? I mean, we're gonna be constantly attacked by raiders, ghouls, super mutants, rad scorpions, giant rats, and, well, these things. Ugh. Well, we're just gonna have to do a little bit of smooth talking and some tiptoe walking, because this is gonna rely heavily on our speech and our sneak skills. Without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into it and make our character. The protagonist of the first Fallout game is known simply as the Vault Dweller. As his name implies, he is born and raised in a vault, Vault 13. In classic Fallout fashion, before we get into the game, we'll have to create our character. To start off, we'll set our strength as low as possible so that we can give those points to the other stats. Then we're going to get the gifted trait to increase all our stats by a little bit, and the good natured trait to exchange our combat skills for some various ones that might be more useful. Finally, I'm going to tag the speech, sneak, and lockpick skills. As I mentioned, these are going to be incredibly useful for navigating the Wasteland peacefully. Now with our stats set, let's officially get into the game where we meet our first character.
Ah, you're here. Good. We've got a problem. A big one.
This is the overseer of our vault, and he's not kidding. The vault's got a huge problem. The chip controlling the water purifier is broken, so now you've only got 150 days to get a new one before the vault's water supply runs out. Now, you'll never guess who this genius has decided to send out to get a new one. I don't know why the overseer would ever send a 2-strength, scrawny pacifist out into the dangerous wasteland to save everyone, but you know what? That's his call to make. We just go with it. He points me in the direction of the nearby Vault 15 that should have a spare water chip that we can take, and sends me on my way. As soon as I leave the vault, I'm immediately greeted by a cave with nothing but a dead body, some giant rats, and the door locked behind me. Great. The overseer gave me some weapons on the way out, but I don't even want to hold them, so I'll give them to this friendly skeleton. With the burden of violence off our shoulders, we are now ready to begin our adventure. Oh, right. Gotta deal with the rats first. In the original Fallout games, when you get close to an enemy, you enter into a turn-based combat mode. In here, your number of action points determines how many steps you can take and what items you can use each turn. Since we have a high agility stat, we have a lot of action points, which will allow us to perform one move that we'll be using a lot during this run. Charging into a group of enemies and running away like a coward. Now that we've evaded our rat friends, we can finally make our way out of the cave where we're greeted by the beautiful open world of Fallout. Wait, no, that doesn't look right. Oh, there we go, that's more like it. Unlike the modern Fallout games, these original titles didn't have the same type of open world that you could walk around and freely explore. Don't get me wrong, you can still freely move around in this world, but it takes place on this map screen. You'll notice that as I move across the map, the time continues to pass on the calendar in the corner, leaving less and less time for us to find that water chip. So I wanted to keep this in mind and head straight to Vault 15 so that we're not wasting any time. Ooh, well, wait a second, what's this? Oh, there's another town here. You know what? It can wait like a couple days, I guess. We can check this place out real quick. I'm sure it won't become a habit. The first location I come across is a town called Shady Sands. Aside from sounding like the inspiration for how Fortnite names their locations, if you've seen the recent Fallout TV show, this place might sound familiar as it played a major role in the show's story.
Yeah, real safe. And so boring, I think my brain's gonna leak out of my ear at any moment.
You know what? I think boring is fine for Shady Sands. We've seen the alternative, and it is not good. I chat up some of the locals, do a bit of bartering, and meet this mercenary named Ian. He agrees to join me on my adventure, and I figure, you know what, this could be great. The Wasteland's a very lonely place. It couldn't hurt to have an extra person to provide company and carry some items for me. There's just one problem. Yeah, Ian has some violent tendencies, to say the least. Even if you remove his weapon, he'll still break out some sick kicks and fight any enemy that engages you. The same goes for the rest of the companions in the game. And I know that I am technically not fighting anyone by letting them attack enemies. I still can't condone them fighting on my behalf, so I'll have to travel the wasteland alone. There's more I could do in Shady Sands, but like I said, we've got a water chip to find, and it seems like they mostly just want me to fight battles for them.
Please hurry and rid us of those rad scorpions.
So I continue on to Vault 15. It becomes immediately clear upon entering this vault that things haven't been going quite as well for them as it did back in Vault 13. The place is a broken down mess, absolutely covered in rust and full of more of our mutant rat friends. This time around, however, the rats have gotten a little bit too large for my liking, and in these tight quarters, running from them gets a lot more difficult. I come across a broken elevator shaft and use a rope that I traded for in Shady Sands to descend deeper. I continue down only to be greeted with a grim reality. There's no water chip in this rust bucket. Now, not only do I have no idea where to find a new water chip, but I also have to run back through this maze of rats and try not to run out of stim packs before I get to the top. But I'm no quitter. If I did it once, I can do it again. Let's get to it.
Your bones are scraped clean by the desolate wind. Your vault will now surely die, as you have.
Well, since Vault 15 was a bust, I'm just gonna have to find this water chip elsewhere. Luckily, one of the settlers in Shady Sands mentioned a town to the south called the Hub, so I guess that's where I'll start. On my way down, I stumble upon the remnants of a city. Near the entrance are some strange looking people. I'm not one to judge though, so I'll ask them where this place is. Maybe it's this hub I've been looking for. Okay, maybe they're not that friendly. Apparently what I stumbled upon was called Necropolis, otherwise known as the City of the Dead. So after a brief chase from these ghouls, I stumble across a sewer tunnel that I can escape into. After a bit of navigating through these tunnels that have been tastefully decorated with dead bodies all over the floor, I come across a peaceful ghoul leader. He tells me that the city's been divided between the violent ghouls on the surface and the peaceful ones that have been forced to live underground. Apparently some new unknown group has also taken control over part of the city, but, I mean, the ghouls I encountered weren't really that big of a problem, so I'm not too concerned about these new guys. What does catch my attention, however, is that the surface ghouls control the town's water supply, and lo and behold, they get it from a vault underneath the city that has a water chip. Finally, I know for sure where I can find a functioning water chip, and I can easily just go into this vault, take it for myself, and return home a hero. There is one catch, however. If I did that, I'd be leaving the people of Necropolis without a water supply. It may not be throwing a punch or shooting a gun, but if I take away their water, I'm still going to be killing them with dehydration. So before I can take the chip and save my vault, I need to repair the water pump on the city's surface. The ghoul leader told me where I can find the parts to repair it, so now I just need to find the entrance to that sewer, and wait a second, what's that? The ghoul leader did mention that there were some new players in town, but holy crap, he did not mention how jacked they were! I'm a little bit more concerned now, but we'll just see if we can smooth talk our way past this. Well, never mind. He didn't really take any convincing. But now we're back in a cave with rats. We've got plenty of practice at this point avoiding rats though, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Right? If one more rat crosses my path, I'm gonna start killing again. And easy peasy, I've made it out of the sewer with the parts needed for the water pump in hand. Now I actually do have to smooth talk a mutant, and from there I'm free to repair the city's water pump. And with that, I can finally go to the vault and grab the working water chip. A couple of glowing guards by the entrance don't seem to like me, but Luckily, the rest of the glow sticks down there don't mind me taking the chip. Now, there's nothing left to do but return to my vault, water chip in hand, save the day, be labeled a hero, and all the while do it while having a clear conscience, knowing I refuse to let the wasteland change who I am. All that's left is to debrief with the Overseer and surely receive another congratulations on a job well done.
I don't like your reports. What was in the reports, that is.
No. I got the water chip. I returned it home. I risked my life. I know it went by pretty fast, but apparently I haven't done enough for the vault yet. Based on my reports, the Overseer has concluded that the mutants that I came across in Necropolis couldn't have spawned naturally. So somehow, somewhere, someone is creating mutants and spreading chaos across the wasteland. And once again, you will never guess who he has decided needs to solve this problem.
You have no idea how sorry I am to send you back out.
You know what? Fine. How can I truly call myself a pacifist if I am not willing to bring peace to this world? So now, I must go out into the wasteland once more, find whoever's creating these mutants, and put an end to their reign of terror. Unfortunately, that'll have to wait for the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, especially if you made it this far. If you like this video and want to make sure that you see the follow-up, hit that subscribe button down below so that you can stay tuned. If you have any thoughts on this video or ideas you'd like to see in a future video, make sure to leave a comment down below as well. Alright, that's all I've got for today. Thanks again so much for watching, and until next time, take it easy.